Hi, this is Adya Prashad and I am owner of the channel Bold and Beyond. I started this channel 6 months ago with the aim of educating, empowering women and also educating people about how injustice was done to women by the law, as well as about how much of a big contribution females had in science, technology, medicine, politics, lawmaking, but were not as celebrated as their male counterparts were, or basically not given so many opportunities or erased from the history. Today I am going to talk about one misogynistic, patriarchal TV series named Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. The sexist jokes made in this TV series is what we ignored. Why? Because it was funny, and therefore funny jokes were never questioned, because even though you have made misogynistic behavior funny, no one will question it. There is basically about an Indian society where there is one family in which the husband's name is Jethalal and his wife Daya. In this, the woman is basically shown that she keeps on blabbering and keeps on speaking anything, and her husband basically keeps on insulting him all the time. Plus, he is also the one who keeps on flirting with Babita. Guess what if you reverse the roles? Guess what if it was Daya who was basically flirting with Babita's husband? The society would have gone crazy, or most probably must have banned this TV series. Why? Because how can a married woman do such thing? But guess what? It was Jethalal, a man, who did that, and therefore it was considered normal. In patriarchy, it's still considered normal to make fun of your wife and to basically think that you don't need to treat her properly. And therefore, even though this was made as a joke, it was still misogynistic and was need to be questioned earlier. But guess what? Even if any Indian movies we see or any other movie, we always see a woman who is a feminist is the one who goes smokes, does party and is shown rude. Like they are the one who is basically coming up and changing the full concept about feminism. Can you imagine that? And a woman who is also wearing traditional clothes, knows how to cook, is shown very good with kind heart. And guess what? At the end, the traditional girl who is not a feminist is the one who gets the guy. The whole propaganda is to show that feminist is bad. In any TV series or any film you see, that's what they have shown. Why? Feminist is the one who actually fights against patriarchy because it enslaves both men and women. And same was in Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. No women in this was shown actually going out and working. They were all shown wearing nighties, saris, kurtas, or basically doing home chores and guess what? Doing only the house help work. And their only thing their even talks revolved around that. Every man in that Indian society flirted with Babita. And no one questioned it, as if it was very common for a married man to do so. Why? And it is still not banned. It wasn't banned and it was loved by the society. Why? Because you made misogyny funny. You made misogyny funny, therefore no one questioned it. Even Babita, the character shown, was basically shown just because of her beauty. Oh, her face is such beautiful, her body is a punchline. Nothing more than that. Not even her brain or how intelligent she was or anything else. She was portrayed for male's gaze, just to show her as if an object which male desires. And guess what? It is violence against women. Why? Objectification of women is a violence. Showing women nothing more than that anything that matters about a woman is only her beauty is objectification. You are just portraying as if a woman only needs to look beautiful and go and do house help only. That's what they showed in the film, and it was made so funny that nobody tried to question it. People thought it's very normal for a married man, to flirt with another woman even though there was a wife in his house. He constantly kept on insulting his women, like insulting his wife, Daya, because of her voice and the way she spoke. And no one questioned it. People laughed at it. And that's why it's normal for a married man to make fun and insult his wife. And guess what? If they reverse the genders, the women will be slut shamed. The women will basically be hated so much because of a character and saying that she is not the one who is basically coming up and holding the traditions and preserving the culture. Where comes the man for preserving the culture? None of the men have shown wearing a proper dhoti kurta, except when there's traditional festivals going on. But the women are always shown wearing traditional clothes. Why? Why is it only a woman's responsibility to hold cultural values? Can you imagine that even in parties you go, you only see women wearing sari? Why is the man wearing a suit? Isn't that Western culture? And why is no one actually shaming a man for doing that? It's always a woman who is shamed because she refuses to wear traditional clothes, as if she's the one who is bad and not preserving the culture. It's as well the man's responsibility to actually preserve the culture. Why is it always women who is blamed? Every single time. Just imagine the roles being reversed. People would have banned the series and slut shamed, character shamed the women for portraying such roles. That's what my views were.